Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakodash, Barakatam Akim, Wa, Atwakim. Just going back with another video. Just want to go into the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The title of the video will be What is Love? I want to go into a couple of scriptures and then some words and end it with that. This is 1 John 5:1. Whosoever believeth that Yahweh Shai is the Hamashiach is born of the Most High. And everyone that loveth him, that beget, loveth him also that is begotten of him. By this we know that we love the children of the Most High, when we love Yahweh our power, or Yahweh Shai, who the world even calls Jesus Christ, and keep his commandments. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. For whosoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Who is he that overcometh the world, but he that believeth that Yahweh Shai is the Son of the Most High? Okay. So, the point was in verse 3. I wanted to read that whole segment there in 1 John 5:1-5. What is love? Everybody has a conception of love being just, being affectionate, being kind, and that's part of it. But according to the Most High, there's the other half to that. There's the other half to that has to be fulfilled, and that's obeying the commandments, his law, statutes, and commandments that are written in the scriptures. Okay, it's fairly simple. This is milk. Milk is a metaphor for the fundamentals. Okay, it's elementary type lesson, but it is vital. It's very vital to one's salvation, understanding, and growth. Is to know what is love, because you could do all the lip service, meaning you could talk a lot of game about this and that, but your heart is not there. Like the scriptures say, your heart is far from him. Your mind is not even on the Most High. It's in the world, part time in the truth. That's why he says you're neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm, and he's going to spew out of his mouth. Okay. So I'm going to go into here in verse 3 and go into some words real quick. The first one I want to go into is love, and it's agape, and it says, outline the biblical usage: affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love, love feasts. Okay, Strong's definition: love that is affection or benevolence. Okay, so you have to be affectionate. Okay, right, and that you're gonna be, you're gonna be fond of it. When you have affection towards something, your eyes are upon it, your ears are attentive, your whole being, your whole soul is towards that individual or that object. Okay. So here in the I went to that root word there in that first word for agape. It says outline a biblical usage of persons to welcome, to entertain, to be fond of, to love dearly. Okay. So you are to be fond of this word, be attentive, have that's why Yahweh Shai said, he that has an ear, let him hear. Meaning that who he that, basically pays attention, let him pay attention. Let him learn, be preoccupied in this truth, in my sayings, reading, praying, meditating, thinking upon his precepts. It says, of things to be well pleased, to be contented at or with a thing. We come down here to the Strong's definition. It says to love Salakia. It says to love in a social or moral sense, and you have to have this. This is the or your good morals is based off the truth, the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's where your morals come. Having good morals. You know, so you have to have that love in order to acquire these things. Okay, so let's go back over here. And I wanted to go into the other word, keep. Okay, for keep, it says the outline of biblical usage says to attend to carefully, to take care of, to guard. Metaphor, to keep one in the state in which he is, and that's what the law, statutes, and commandments are set up for, is to keep you in tune, keep you in the relationship, focused towards Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because that's why, if you wander out of it, that's why he likens us, Israel, as a whore, or having a whore's forehead, because basically you start becoming distracted, you lose interest. That's how a woman is. You always, you gotta not. We shouldn't always have to, you know, some individuals will say, "Hey, you ain't doing what you got to do for your woman." Oh, you ain't always got to cater to your woman like that. The woman should have the mindset of her wanting to serve her husband. You understand? That goes back to discipline. I don't think a lot of people understand that word discipline and how important it is into one's success, no matter what avenue you're going in. Okay? You can't say, "Oh, well, you weren't doing this, you weren't doing that." Now, if you're a man of the Lord and you are doing everything you're supposed to be doing, you know, she, you ain't supposed to be catering to her, bowing down to her, kissing her ass 24/7 just to try to keep her, or because you fear that she's gonna leave you. Okay, we know that that's not perfect love if you have fear. So that goes back to being disciplined. Okay. Um. So yeah. So it says to observe, to reserve, to undergo something. Okay. So that's what it means to keep. So we gotta keep His commandments. This is the love of the Most High. Okay. So with that, let's go back. Let's see if there was another one. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna read that one, 1 John 5:3 again. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. Okay, this is 2 John chapter 1, verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after His commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it. Okay, so let's go into that word, walk. Outline of biblical usage says to walk, to make one's way, progress, to make due use of opportunities. Okay, so you are to walk in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The spirit is the word. Okay, the law, statutes, commandments, the precepts. It says to make one's way, progress, to make due use of our opportunities. So if you have breath in you, and you have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, or you're being told, or it's being preached to you, you are to progress. You are to make your way. We're paving the way for you. The men on the highways and the byways, starting with a Great Millstone GMS, they're paved the way by the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, as one crying in the wilderness like John the Baptist. Now, you have to take your part in the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai if He's dealing with you, to make due use of opportunities, to walk in it. Okay? It says Hebrew for to live, to regulate one's life, to conduct oneself, to pass one's life. See, so and then to be occupied. You see, there's a word right there. Be occupied. So you're gonna be in it. You're gonna be reading. You're gonna be living it. You're gonna be put on as a hopeful elect. Strong's definition It says to tread all around. So you're going to be working, right? The scriptures go into that heavily about doing the work. So you're going to tread all around. You're not going to muzzle the ox. Okay, muzzle means so you shut it down. You know, no, you're gonna put that ox to work. Okay. It says to tread all around, that is, walk at large, especially as proof of ability. Figuratively, to live, deport oneself, follow as a companion or vatari. Right. So it says especially as proof of ability. So by you walking in this truth, it's gonna be proof of ability. Okay, that you're able, that you are putting on as the hopeful elect. So that is what's love, is obeying the commandments. You're walking in it. You're maintaining yourself in it. Okay. Hope this makes sense. So I'm gonna go to this last scripture here in Psalms 119. 159. And I'm gonna read it up top here. It says, "Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Yahweh, according to thy loving kindness." So King David is acknowledging, you know, speaking to Yahweh, and verbally showing him that he loves his precepts. Consider, right? So he's telling Yahweh, consider how I love thy precepts, how much he respects his word, his commandments, right? So let's go into that word precept real quick. The outline of biblical use says precept, statute. Strong's definition, it says properly appointed, that is a mandate, right? So let's look what the word mandate is real quick. Look up mandate. It says authority, approval, acceptance, ratification, endorsement, sanction, authorization, instruction, directive, direction, decree. Okay. Let me see. A command. There you go. So the precept is all that. It's a command. It's a commandment. Right? It's a mandate. It's mandated by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. That these are to be observed, acknowledged, rehearsed, practiced, observed. Okay. So that's what a precept is. Right? And let's go to love here. In Psalms 119, 159. It says, outline of biblical usage, it says to love, right? And it's come down here to Strong's definition. You can read all that if y'all want up top. It says to have affection for. Okay? So it's to have affection. Let's look up this word affection real quick. Fondness, love, liking, endearment, feeling, sentiment, tenderness, warmness, right? You're not cold. You're hot. You're hot for it. You're on fire for it. You need it. You need to walk it. You need to live it. You need to breathe it. Eat it. Lay with it. Okay? Think upon it. Meditate. You have to. See, it says respect. It says respect. Admiration. Okay? Favor. Friendliness. Attachment. You have to be attached to this thing, man. Okay? So that's what this truth is about. And that's what love is. Okay? Once Psalms 119 and 159, consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Yahweh, according to thy loving kindness. So I hope it was edifying. Till next time, shalom.